Definition of the word.
Flat.
Adjective.
Having no variations in height. In a horizontal line or plane, not sloping. Smooth. Having no protrusions, indentations or other surface irregularities, or relatively so. Having small or invisible breasts and/or buttocks.
Example.
The land around here is flat. A flat roof. The surface of the mirror must be completely flat. The carpet isn't properly flat in that corner. She has quite a flat face. That girl is completely flat on both sides. Without variation in level, quantity, value, tone etc. At a consistently depressed level, consistently lackluster. Of fees, fares etc. Fixed, unvarying. Without variations in pitch. Without variation in tone or hue. Uniform.
Example.
The exchange rate has been flat for several weeks. Sales have been flat all year, and we've barely broken even. A flat fee. Flat rates. A flat fare on public transport. He delivered the speech in a flat tone. The walls were painted a flat gray. Lacking liveliness or action. Depressed. Uninteresting. Dull and boring. Lacking in depth, substance, or believability. Underdeveloped. One-dimensional.
Example.
The party was a bit flat. The market is flat today as most traders are on holiday. The dialogue in your screenplay is flat. You need to make it more exciting. The author added a chapter to flesh out the book's flatter characters. Lowered by one semitone. Of a note or voice, lower in pitch than it should be.
Example.
Your string is flat. Absolute. Downright. Peremptory.
Example.
His claim was in flat contradiction to experimental results. I'm not going to the party and that's flat. Deflated, especially because of a puncture. With all or most of its carbon dioxide having come out of solution so that the drink no longer fizzes or contains any bubbles. Lacking acidity without being sweet. Unable to emit power. Dead. Without spin, spinless. Sonant. Vocal, as distinguished from a sharp, non-sonant, consonant. Not having an inflectional ending or sign, such as a noun used as an adjective, or an adjective as an adverb, without the addition of a formative suffix, or an infinitive without the sign, to. Example. Many flat adverbs, as in run fast, buy cheap, etc. are from Old English. Having a head at a very obtuse angle to the shaft. Flattening at the ends. Exact. Example. He finished the race in a flat 4 minutes.
Adverb.
So as to be flat.
Example.
Spread the tablecloth flat over the table. Bluntly.
Example.
I asked him if he wanted to marry me and he turned me down flat. Exactly, precisely. Example. In the mile race, Smith's time was 3 minutes 58 seconds and 56 milliseconds, and Brown's was 4 minutes flat. Used to emphasize the smallness of the measurement. Example. He can run a mile in 4 minutes flat. Completely. Example. I am flat broke this month. Directly, flatly. Without allowance for accrued interest. Example. The bonds are trading flat. Noun. An area of level ground. Level ground in general. Level horse racing ground, as contrasted with courses incorporating jumps, or the racing done on such ground. Example. The hovercraft skimmed across the open flats. I can run on the flat but not up hills. The going will be easier once we're through these mountains and onto the flat. This horse will do better over the flat. Flat racing, the flat season. A note played a semitone lower than a natural, denoted by the symbol flat placed after the letter representing the note, e.g., B flat, or in front of the note symbol, e.g. flat musical note. Example. The key of E flat has 3 flats. A flat tire, tire. A type of ladies' shoe with a very low heel. Example. She liked to walk in her flats more than in her high heels. A type of flat-soled running shoe without spikes. A thin, broad brush used in oil and watercolor painting. The flat part of something. The flat side of a blade, as opposed to the sharp edge. The palm of the hand, with the adjacent part of the fingers. A wide, shallow container or pallet. Example. A flat of strawberries. A large mail piece measuring at least 8.5 by 11 inches, such as catalogs, magazines, and unfolded paper enclosed in large envelopes. A railroad car without a roof, and whose body is a platform without sides, a platform car or flat car. A flat-bottomed boat, without keel, and of small draught. A subset of n-dimensional space that is congruent to a Euclidean space of lower dimension. A straw hat, broad-brimmed and low-crowned. A flat sheet for use on a bed. A flat, glossy children's book with few pages. A platform on a wheel, upon which emblematic designs etc. are carried in processions. A horizontal vein or ore deposit auxiliary to a main vein. Also, any horizontal portion of a vein not elsewhere horizontal. 3. A rectangular wooden structure covered with masonite, lauan, or muslin that depicts a building or other part of a scene, also called backcloth and backdrop. Any of various Hesperiid butterflies that spread their wings open when they land. An early kind of toy soldier having a flat design. A dull fellow, a simpleton. Short for flat ride, spinning amusement ride.
Flat. Flat.
Flat. Flat.
Flat. Flat.
Flat. Flat.